Welcome to BGP, and today we are getting ready to speak on the topic of Mr. Tyler Perry, aka Miss Medea, aka a whole list of characters. Previously he sat down for a friend's podcast and they were speaking on a range of topics, and one of the topics that they got on was, as she called it, my man, my man, my man, men and the relationships. And they were speaking on how women prefer men to be on their level, and they base the level on their net worth. And so he made the comment and said, I'm going to get some heat for this, but, when I speak on Black women, but I'm going to say it anyway. And I'm paraphrasing, but he was saying that we need to basically lower our standards. Our standards are too high, because if we're in a relationship with a man and we make a certain amount of money, because in his head, we make more money than the men in our community. If the only thing he can pay is the light bill, we need to make peace with that and support him, because he is with us at our worst. And our worst is we make more money than him, but he's with us at our worst. And the only thing he can pay is the light bill. And we need to make peace with that and be okay with that if that's the only thing he can afford to pay, so that we can have a good old relationship. So in the words of one of his characters in the movie, he's a good man, Savannah. That was his thoughts and his suggestions for Black women, that we need to understand that we make more money than our men. We need to be okay with if he's able to just pay a light bill and we pay everything else. We need to be okay with that. So before I give my thoughts on it, I would love to hear from you lovely ladies on what you thought about that. And I'm going to start with you, Adrian. What do you think?
I'm a little disappointed for a couple of reasons. He's basically telling us to just, our standards need to be mediocre and we should be okay with just some nothing ass dude. I think there are times when you get with somebody and they may be able to only contribute a little bit. But there comes a time that you can encourage, well, not even encourage. He should want more. He should want to contribute more. If he is a man in the home and he's supposed to want, and we want him to lead, he has to step up his game. That's my thought.
Okay. Mona, what was your initial thought?
My initial thoughts were, who should be angrier, Black women or Black men? Because basically what he said, like Nisha said, was that he might get a little heat, but in today's era, Black women make more money than Black men. Black men don't really have it like that financially, to lead financially. So if he loves you, he's a good man. And, because I have to throw this in here, marry him, and if your husband, because he said husband,
He did.
can only afford to pay the light bill and take you out on an occasional dinner, hey, go for it. Because this I need my man to make six figures is ridiculous. First of all, these men keep throwing mixed signals. We went from men are supposed to be providers and protectors to, what was the next one?
High value?
Then we're leave Pookie and Ray Ray and the Dusties alone.
Mm-hmm.
Then they said that women should look for a high value man, not a man that has high value in character or morals, but he should make over six figures.
Mm-hmm.
Then they say women don't listen. Then once the women start listening, said, okay, we're going to leave Pookie, Ray Ray, and the Dusties alone, and I need a man that makes six figures. Then they say, you don't qualify, you don't qualify, you don't qualify, and you don't qualify. So then we went back again, and we started arguing over 50-50. Now, Tyler Perry, a man who was once homeless, who became a millionaire by portraying the Black family as dysfunctional. He turned our beloved grandmother into a loudmouth, rude, gun-toting, Bible-quoting old lady. The women were emotionally damaged. The men were cheaters, couldn't keep a job, which eventually turned him into a billionaire. And I'm embarrassed for the black men and the black women. I think the black men should have tore his ass up because you basically said that black men ain't got it.
They ain't shit.
I'll stop right there.
So yeah, I was sitting there thinking we kind of on the same page because I was thinking the same thing. Like, you're making excuses for why men can't do it. You're telling us we got to accept the bare minimum. Even though we get it out the mud, even though we try, even though we get up, and I've seen a lot of successful single moms lately, go from being struggling parents to like successful millionaires, right? So you're saying if we can do that, but they can't, we have to make peace with that. And I take issue with that. I feel like, and I always say this, and when me and Mona be having these discussions, we always go back and forth and whatnot. When I say sometimes, everybody wants to hold black women accountable. Men, women, outsiders, they all want to point their fingers on what black women are doing wrong. But nobody's putting their focus on our counterparts. Black women are going to college. Black women are, working. Black women are doing side hustles. Black women are literally getting it out the mud. They are. There were a lot of YouTubers in the past that was like, these are the jobs you should be doing. Nursing, accounting, right? So black women was like, okay, nursing it is. So they did it. Now it's a problem. Nursing, accounting, they start taking accounting classes. Now it's a problem. You have female judges, you have female lawyers, you have female doctors, you have all this going on, and you're telling them, except that all he can pay is the light bill. That's okay. At least you got a husband,
Wow.
Even though you're paying everything, it's okay. And that's not okay with me. I feel like the same way that onus is put on black women from when we are little girls to growing up, you're going to get your education, you're going to be smart in your class, you're going to get these good grades, you're going to get a job. If you don't go to college, you need to work. If you see that you're not making enough money working, you're going to get another job. Whatever it is, the same onus that's put on us need to be put on our men. And I'm not saying all men don't do it. I'm not saying all men are lazy. I'm not saying all men don't try. But I feel like the focus is too much on what women doing. And if it's going to be on us, then you might as well call us the leaders and providers now.
Okay.
And protectors. Because you're relying on us to do everything. I got to provide for you. I got to protect you. I got to lead you. I got to nurture you. I got to do all these things. And all you got to do is just show up and say, I paid the light bill. Yay! Yeah. That's a good man, Savannah.
And so to me, it's just a major turnoff. If I out hustle you, I out grind you, and I outdo all of these things, and you come home and all you can do is pay one of the utilities, that to me is a turnoff. I can't even engage you in a whole bunch of different areas because to me, you're not reaching your full potential. And if I have to encourage, guide, poke, prod to get you to do just the regular mediocre things that's necessary, I'm not turned on in any way, intimately anyway. It's just, and the fact that he would say that, I don't know, it just made me look at Mr. Perry a little different.
Do you think that black men make less money than black women?
No.
I don't think so.
No. I think what's happening is you're starting to see a lot more black women elevate in their careers or the field of their choice of where they're going, but they're not superseding the men in our community because men still make more than women.
Mm-hmm.
So no.
So that's why I thought that was kind of divisive the way he
Divisive?
did that?
Yeah.
Because he is part of the black man.
Exactly.
So for you to say that, you had some type of agenda. Who do you hate more, women or the men? Question. Is paying a light bill love? Let me finish. Is taking me out, because he said, and then he can take you out on an occasional dinner. Let me answer my own question. Paying a light bill is not love. I want to know where this man, who I'm supposed to marry and make my husband and submit to and love on and be intimate with and raise his children and cook and clean and screw him, where was this man living that he could only pay the light bill? How much an hour does this man make that he could only pay a light bill? Where is this man going to get this additional money to take me out on an occasional dinner date? What is he going to do? He's going to look up what's a good place to eat, and it's going to be on me? Come on, Tyler. That was just totally disrespectful. I was like, wow. Had I been the interviewer, he would have got the hell on. Because that was disrespectful to black men and black women. And at the end of the day, you're not a man. If you can see me wake up every morning, get prepared to fight traffic, go to work, make sure, because I'm getting emotional, make sure I don't get fired today, and then road rage on the way home to open the door, and there you are. Secondly, if ain't nobody in the house, it ain't no lights on. I know he's not going to be the type of man that when I open that door, I smell some Lysol, some bleach. I don't smell no food. And he's not going to understand why I'm so tired, because he don't have a job. He's still going to want... We talk about women resting in their femininity. How the hell I'm supposed to rest in my femininity when I got a full man that Tyler reduced to some dick, a light bill, and an occasional meal? How am I supposed to rest in that femininity when I'm paying all the bills? Come on now.
You're not. I mean, you resting in your masculinity. The roles are shift. He wants the roles to shift. You are now the provider, protector, producer, or whatever the titles they want to give. It's you now, and he gets to sit at home and rest. Be dainty. Occasionally pay a light bill, borrow your card to set up a date, a restaurant date for you, but it's coming out your pocket that you're gonna have to pay at the end of the month. When you pay that bill. But you know what?
He loves me.
He loves you. That's a good man, Savannah. That's a good man, Savannah.
I thought love was an action word.
Okay.
He ain't putting in no action. See, what's the definition of a hobosexual?
A man that relies on the woman to take care of everything, and long as he has a place to stay at your place, which is your place typically, he's good.
So is that what Tyler Perry reduced black men to?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Because he got a baby mama. She got a little bag.
She works some change.
She got a bag. But he not just only paying no damn light bill.
Right.
Exactly.
How dare you? I was like, wow. I don't really like Tyler Perry anyway. I don't really like none of his little plays or his movies because it just displays us in a bad light. Nothing really positive comes out of any of that except for struggle love. So y'all told us not to move men into our houses because we always moving a nigga in. And now Tyler Perry say, move the nigga in.
Yeah.
Pick a door.
I was
Let
just
him pay the
gonna say
light
that.
bill.
At a time when I'm encouraging girls in our youth group, in our groups, to, pick a, don't sit up here and take care of these men. They need to do something. And I see it was a trend for a minute. I don't know if it's probably still very popular. So where I am, a lot of the women, they're letting the men sneak and move into their Section 8 and doing all these things and taking care of them. They living off their food stamps and they do. He's pretty much saying that that's okay.
He's saying that's
That is
all, that
it's
the
all
black
good.
man can do.
That's all he got.
Lay up on you.
That's all he got.
See, I'll work with you, but I'm not going to work for you.
Uh-uh.
Isn't that a source of pimping?
Yes.
Kinda.
Is you pimping me?
Yes.
That's going to be my question. Hey,
Okay.
Yes.
what's happening? You going to get some kind of job. You're going to do something.
You got to do something.
And really, a man, because we ain't going to say real man, but a man is not going to do that. He's not going to be able to do that. Most men, when they down on that luck, they don't even want to be around, let alone sitting up in the house all day. What you doing? With the lights on.
Okay.
Ain't no lights
With
to
the
be
lights
on because
on.
it's daytime. And see, it might be cute in the beginning,
That shit get old.
but that shit get old. That
And
shit
here's
get
the
tired.
thing. Work ethic is a learned behavior.
Mm-hmm.
You got children sitting up in here watching daddy, and all he do is sitting up at home playing video games. He
Like Doc
what is he
McStuffin.
doing?
Doc McStuffin. Remember the little cartoon Doc McStuffin? And look, and I had never watched Doc McStuffin until I got a grandbaby, and I'm looking. I'm like, hey, wait a minute. Daddy don't got no job.
Right?
Daddy in there cutting cold cuts and
Making sandwiches.
and shit. Hold up. I can't let my grandbaby watch this shit.
Yeah. And see, when that starts to feel look normal, they begin to pick up those behaviors. Like,
Yep.
okay, your son, what are you gonna do? Sit up on somebody else? You are creating a
roles are
major
switching.
problem. Yeah.
Yeah, the roles are switching because it's like, you at home with mom.
Exactly.
And mom babies you. Mom takes care of everything.
Enables.
Then you leave and you looking for mom's replacement so she can baby you too and take care of the bills and, feed you and, do all these things while you just be
And
at
we
home.
talk
While you
about
at home
able-
bragging
At
that your woman
home.
got a 6-figure job.
Yeah.
Right. Your woman got good credit.
Yeah.
Your woman got a nice place. Your woman rolling. So how can you call yourself a man?
Thank you.
But
Come
you
on
the
now.
leader.
My
You the
thing
leader.
is,
Come on, Tyler.
you a able-bodied dude. You ain't missing no limbs. You got both of your legs. You ain't in a wheelchair. Why your ass can't get out there and go do something?
I feel like
Go get you a
yeah.
lawnmower. I mean, you got to do something.
Wouldn't that be a boy toy?
Kinda.
Fuck you living in my house. If you don't have nothing but a
Okay.
goddamn light bill, fuck the light bill. I don't need it. I'm going to call you when it needs
When
to
I
be.
need
Yep.
there you go.
Yeah.
You can't
That's
leave a
it.
toothbrush. You can't spend the night.
Don't get no mail here
Thank
either.
you for the blessing.
Yeah.
See you next episode.
Deuces.
Yeah.
Right. True.
Yeah.
But then we'll be wrong, right?
Right.
Right, we'll be wrong.
Come on.
We done what's the word?
Emasculate.
There it is.
Emasculate.
You're
The men.
your own self.
We emasculating. We're not
Because
being,
they ain't just a piece of meat
we're
around
not
here.
accepting.
Right.
Yeah, we're not accepting them for
Yeah.
who they
he
are.
has some childhood traumas.
Right.
Which he could. But
But at some point
we gotta
you
take
gotta
care of ourselves.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
You can't be my husband.
uh-uh.
I'll holler.
Yeah.
I mean,
Come through.
I look at Tyler though. I mean, like you said when we said earlier, he was homeless, sleeping in his car, living in his car. He said it took him 7 years to go from being homeless, living in his car, to having a successful play that became who he was. So he didn't just stay there. That man got it out the mud. That man did what he had to do to elevate and get to that next level. So if he can do that, why can't everybody else? I'm over the excuses. We can't keep coming up with these excuses of why
Being in
we have to just accept you here as we continue to grow. Like as we grow, you should be growing too. And truth be told, you're supposed to be pulling us up. You're supposed to be leading us.
Exactly.
So I don't agree with it. I thought it was a poor message. I felt like he could have said something completely different because to me, I'm going to be in agreement with Mona. It was not only a diss to black women, but it was a diss to black men too because you basically saying black men ain't shit. And we need to accept it. That look, this is the best you got. This is the best you're going to get. So make peace with knowing that this is it. You're not going to get nothing better. So have at it so you can go ahead and say you have a man
Yes.
or a husband.
So you don't want for your brothers what you want for yourself. You don't want to be the vehicle that helps them elevate. Here you are, like I said, a billionaire.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the message that you have for your brothers.
Exactly.
This is the message that you have for black women that you're supposed to love, to let them to say that. That's not even settling. That's to the curb.
That is.
That's in the sewage. That's some gutter shit. And I know there are a lot of women out here that do let men live with them. But at the end of the day, even when a woman says you can come live with me, you better start. You're tiptoeing because she has her house set up the way she wants to set up, and Adrian don't leave cans on her dining room table, and you do. Now she coming.
Yep.
She put the keys on the little ring. You just throw them on the couch, and that right there causes problems. And then you can only pay a light bill. Then you can come on.
He creating some domestic violence. He really is.
You gonna DM him?
No.
No, DB. You gonna DM him?
He creating that. I mean, because, like you said, you bring somebody in your home, and granted, there are some women that are okay with that. They're cool with that. To me, that says that you are you're settling. You know, just to have some dick
Well,
around.
it might be saying that he's a cool dude and he down on his luck, but everybody gets down on their luck. I really like this man. He got a nice personality. He treats me good. When he get a couple of dollars, it's about us.
I get that.
And then when they get up in there,
that shit stops.
We need a time limit.
You're not getting in there.
No, we need no limit.
Yeah, you ain't getting in there.
You have to be
You're
a
not
no
getting
limit.
in there.
You gotta come through with something.
Because you have to remember, a lot of women have done it. And a lot of women have been burnt. And a lot of women are paying alimony. And a lot of women are paying child support.
True.
So, no, you just got to shut it down.
Exactly.
No,
I'm
if I gotta
disappointed.
build, you gotta build. If I gotta grow, you gotta grow. If I gotta work at it, you gotta work at it.
I gotta grind.
Gone are the days of excuses when you have too many things at your fingertips to give you a better chance at life. Like I can't do it. I can't. And granted, light bills are expensive right now. Electricity, utility bills, they've gone up since the pandemic. So I get it, but gone are the days when you can't help yourself because we ain't got no excuses.
And these reasons for I got a felony or I got
can't even use that.
They will expunge stuff. You need to do the footwork to get yourself in a better place so that you can work and contribute to this household.
Yep.
Not just an Edison bill.
Yep. And there's jobs that hire felons, so we can't even use that. You can't even use that.
Exactly.
You know, I'm like, gone are those days. So,
no more excuses.
Final thoughts.
I would just like to remind women. Well, actually, let me start here. I hope that Tyler Perry got an opportunity to replay and listen to what was said, and maybe he will correct. Maybe he now thinks better of what he put out there because he sent the wrong message. In my opinion, he sent the wrong message, and we're trying to grow, and we doing the moonwalk. We going backwards if we allow and accept the shit that he just mentioned. It's just ridiculous. Ladies, know your worth. Know that if you can work and hustle and grind, you don't need a man taking up space in your house, breathing your air in your house, using your AC. That's why you're paying the Edison bill, because in the summertime, he's sitting up on his ass with the AC running.
Playing video games.
Okay. If you don't get out of here, thank you.
Mona.
I am a hopeless romantic. I believe in the power of love. And I know that Tyler Perry was saying that I need a man that makes $500,000 was a ridiculous statement. I do believe in love. I'm not. I like material things, but I'm not so materialistic. Like I said, that I can't work with somebody. Once he said that men could not financially lead, that other part was thrown out the door. But here's my question before I get my final thought. Who started the high value man narrative anyway? Was it men or women?
Men.
Okay. So who is it actually backfiring on? Is it backfiring on the women or the men or both? Because now, like I said, it's another division. At the end of the day, get with somebody no, I got to go back. Because they said don't marry for love. Marry for money. That's not working out. Look at all these entertainers. Look at Jim, what's his name, Smith?
Yeah.
He had money. So dudes, men, brothers, y'all need to make up your mind. Married for money, married for love. At the end of the day, you have to be compatible with somebody. You have to be on the same page with somebody. You have to have some compassion for one another. You got to be a team player. You got to know what's going on. Ladies, don't let no man move in with you. Let him get a spot for you to come to. Let him prove that he's a king by him moving you into his kingdom. I'm very disappointed in Tyler Perry. I really want to cuss him out. I probably would have been blackballed from the podcasting community because I could not have let him get away with that. That young lady was like, yeah, right. And like I said, I believe in love, but what he said just caused some more division. Be careful out there, ladies. And brothers, y'all need to get on his ass. That's my final thought.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. I think that it was a poor message, poor representation for Black men, because you here have this man saying, settle for mediocre, settle for him not really doing his best, but just saying this is all he got, and just make peace with that. Yes, it was men that brought high value into the equation. It wasn't women, and they were telling women this is what you're supposed to aspire to. And when they spoke high value, it wasn't on the content of their character. It wasn't on their values. It wasn't on their morals and their principles and what makes them a great man. It was just solely about income, saying that they need to be making six figures or better. And we know six figures could be anywhere from 100,000 to 999,000, right? But it was men that was preaching that. And so now women are like, okay, well, I need you to be making this here, be right here. And now you're saying, whoa, 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 whoa. You thinking too high. Go on back down there and accept that little 20,000 or that 10,000, where you can pay that light bill. And I think that is wrong. I think that's incorrect. I think if she's busting her ass, she being the woman in your life is busting her ass to get to that next point in life or to, make it, I think you need to be doing that too. I don't think you should be comfortable with her doing everything and all you doing is laying up, sitting on the couch, playing video games. I don't think that's okay. I think that's poor messaging. I think this is why we have a lot of people from the millennial generation and Gen Z complaining about the fucked up messages that the older generations have passed down with this fucked up information. I think this is why you see them pushing back, because they're like, none of that shit makes sense. Because I can admit that I came from a generation where that message was preached. Girl, as long as you have a piece of man, it's better than no man. So what if you pay for it? It's okay. At least you got somebody. You're not single. So what if you go to dinner and you got to secretly give him the cash to make it look like he's paying everything when he's not? It's coming out your pocket. At least you got a man, right? No, that's fucked up messaging. It's nothing to be proud about. It's nothing to be happy about, because you doing everything and all you doing is stressing yourself out. And you going to get frustrated. And eventually you're going to probably file for divorce, because you're going to get tired, right? Your kids are seeing this. And that, in my opinion, that's not a good message either. I think everybody got to get in. Everybody got to put in to do better. So that is my final thoughts.
Let me add one more thing. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, it is nobody's business who makes what, how much they make, or whatever. That's your business. That's something that you work out between you and your man. Most people thought their relationships was doing good until they got on social media. Social media is a relationship killer, a marriage killer. Like I said, I believe in love. I believe in working it out. It can't be 90-10 on my end, but I believe in working it out. But we got to get away from telling all our business and who makes what and what he does and what she does. But again, Tyler Perry, you hurt my heart. Because you said, my brothers, are you validated that it's a whole lot of Pookies and Ray Rays and Dusties and Hobosexuals out here? I said Hobosexuals out here. And you called your own brothers brother. He said, y'all broke as hell. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah. And I just say again, like he didn't get with a bum.
Right.
He didn't procreate with a bum.
Right.
That girl was a multimillionaire before she even stepped, had a baby with Tyler. He don't date bum bitches. So I just think that, be careful who you listen to. And, this is for the younger generations. When that shit don't make sense, when you hearing that advice, don't take it. Just, yeah, okay, and keep it pushing and do what works for you and your family. Don't listen to everything on social media, because I agree with Mona that social media can have you hating the opposite gender, which is why we have the gender wars going on now. Social media can have you thinking that your best is your worst, and sometimes it's not. Social media can have you thinking that it's okay to just settle for mediocre, and you shouldn't. Not if you put in the work to become a better version of you. That person that you get with should do the same. They should. And that's my final thoughts. Please like, share, subscribe to our channel. We'll be back with some more episodes. This is BGP, and we are out. Bye.